Telling the time. Time intervals. What is it? Used to quantify, measure, or compare the duration of events or the intervals between them and even sequence events. Why? So you can figure out how long an event occurred. Interesting fact, the queen bee's only job is to lay eggs. They lay up to 1,500 eggs a day. The queen can live for 2 to 5 years and lay about 1 million eggs over her lifetime. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on. Step 1, draw. Step 2, use the information given. Now, what does draw mean? It could mean anything, but in this particular circumstance, since we're talking about clocks, it most likely will mean about minutes or hours or even the hands on a clock. So that's what, in this circumstance, that's what it means to draw. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have to do. Puzzle 1 of 6. This clock has been reflected horizontally in a mirror. What is the correct time? So let's go ahead and make sure we're drawing in the right direction. So we draw a horizontal line, and then we're going to begin the process of reflecting it now. So as you can see, it's reflecting horizontally. And then finally, when we get to it, we're there. Now, I could rotate it so that the hours are in the right spot, but unfortunately, I'm going to show you how to do it without doing that because it is a little bit harder to do this in the book by just looking at it. You would have to have see-through paper, and most of the time, you're probably not going to have that. So let's go ahead and begin what I mean to draw. So this is what I talked about earlier, is the minutes. So we have the minutes, and we put it on the clock. So therefore, we can see better what is going on. So as we can see, let's take a look at the minute hand first. We can see that it is at 05. So, and there we have it. Now, let's take a look at the hour hand. It is between 3 and 4, and so therefore it is 3 o'clock. So that is your final answer, 3:05. Now let's take a look at puzzle 2. This clock has been rotated 180 degrees anti-clockwise. What is the correct time? So this is once again referring to back what I was saying is draw the hours on the clock, and then you can rotate it to see where things are. So let's go ahead and begin to finish the so as you can see, this isn't the correct time because it has already been rotated. So therefore, let's go ahead and begin the process of finishing the rotation to get to 360 degrees so that it goes back to its original location, or you can, or in essence, return the way it came from. So as you can see, we have finished with 180 degrees, or we went back the way it came, and therefore, but right now the numbers on the clock are wrong, so we go ahead and flip it, so we put it in the right spot. Okay, so now we can go ahead and then find the time. And if you do, we're going to find the minute first. We find it at 08, find the hour, which is 5, and then that is your time, 5:08. Now let's take a look at puzzle 3. This clock is 18 minutes fast. What is the correct time? So what does it mean to be fast? Remember, fast means that the time is later than what it actually is, and you must subtract the time to get the clock to the accurate time. So let's go ahead and start doing that. First of all, let's go subtract 11 minutes to get to the top of the hour, which is 0:00, which is midnight. So therefore, we can just subtract the rest of the time to get to the correct time. We subtract 7 minutes to get 23:53, and your time is 23:53. Okay, let's take a look at puzzle 4. This clock is 22 minutes slow. What is the correct time? What does that mean? Remember, slow means that the time is earlier than what it actually is, so we must add the time to get the clock to the accurate time. First of all, we need to find the time on the clock that it says, and it is 8:34. So now we need to add the 22 minutes to get 8:56, and that is your final time. Now let's take a look at puzzle 5. So this clock has been rotated 180 degrees clockwise. What is the correct time? Well, this is what you can do when you draw, and there you have it. So we're going to go ahead and begin rotating and finishing to get to 360, or going back to the original it came for. And as you can see, it is 12:32. Now in this one, since we're talking about 180 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise, you can just go ahead and flip your book to find the correct time. Now let's go ahead and take a look at puzzle 6. This clock has been reflected vertically in a mirror. What is the correct time? So now we can go ahead, draw the mirror line, and then we're going to go ahead, draw the radio, and as you can see, if you fold it in half, it is the same. So as you can see, the first number is still going to be 1, and most of you probably figure out the second number, which is 4, and then your colon, and then some of you may be confused on that one, so the 5 became a 2, and the 1 became a 1 again, and then your time is 14:21. Okay, and then now it's your turn, so go ahead and pause the video so you can take your time to answer these questions. And then I'm going to show you the answers in 3, 2, and 1. Here are the answers. If you got them correct, well done. If you didn't, there's always tomorrow.